G'day everyone. In the dumpster fire that is the Trump presidency, there's a lot of shocking stuff going on, just like all the time. Now, in the scientific community, one of the most terrifying things has been the fact that Donald Trump hasn't appointed a science advisor. But I'm here to tell you, it should actually stay that way. What did I just say? Yeah, Donald Trump should not have a science advisor. Granted, he doesn't get the science on global warming, vaccinations, coal mining. In fact, it's best we shouldn't get started on this, but this is why he shouldn't have a science advisor. We have to face facts. It's not that he doesn't get it, it's that he doesn't want to get it. So why even stick him with a scientist that he'll ignore, just like he ignores everyone else? Now, the last president who didn't have a science advisor in the White House Office of Science and Technology was a guy you may have heard of called George W. Bush Jr. After being pressured to choose a science advisor, his choice, a Democrat, Jack Marburger, was shut out and ridiculed by the Bush administration and the scientific community because it fell on poor John to help promote things like creationism or teaching intelligent design in science classrooms. Now, in Trump's case, why would someone with scientific experience and expertise give the green light on his climate-denying, closed-minded ideas? Or even worse, have someone in the science community who is a supporter of bad pseudoscience agreeing with him and helping him back it up? Trump's opinions on many things flip-flop and change, but his terrible thoughts on science seem to be holding pretty consistently. Maybe he'd even choose an anti-science oil baron as his advisor. It's not like he hasn't hesitated to put big business on White House staff before. Begging or forcing Trump to choose a science advisor when we know that he's not going to choose someone that will actually represent science would just be another disappointment. He obviously needs to know about science and he needs someone to tell him, but he doesn't deserve someone to tell him. And right now, the scientific community needs a bad science advisor like I need a hole in the head. So how can science protect itself? If we don't have a science advisor speaking to Trump, who's going to be there to promote science in the White House? Well, this is why we need to elect scientists to Congress. In our current Senate, 53 out of the 100 members are climate change deniers. And 232 out of 435 members of the House of Representatives are as well. Not to say that climate change is the only reason why we should be concerned about the state of science and politics. There's many reasons, but climate change is definitely one of the biggest reasons why we should be concerned. 5% of the total US workforce are people who work in the sciences. So that means there's more than 6.2 million people in this country that directly rely on science for their job. And ultimately, don't we all kind of rely on science for our jobs? And yet, of all those 6.2 million people, there's only one PhD trained scientist sitting in Congress right now. Illinois Democrat Bill Foster. You go, Bill. But the good news is we have the potential to change the situation and get more scientists into Congress and into the Senate. With 314 Action, the only pro-science organization explicitly created to engage in politics and give a voice to scientists and advocate for evidence-based policies. They help STEM staff run for office and give them training on how to get it done. Right now, 314 Action has candidates running for both the House and the Senate. Please support them. So, do you still think giving Trump a science advisor is a good idea? Out of your favorite scientists, living or dead, who would you choose to run for Congress? And yes, Bill Nye counts. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Hi everyone, I'm Jade Lovell, resident science nerd on the Young Turks Network. You're watching ScIQ and we know you don't want to miss an episode, so please click the subscribe button down below.